I caught my spoiled sister kissing my boyfriend a week before her wedding. I told her fiance, thought he ignored it, but he shocked everyone at the wedding. My older sister Kelsey has always been the favorite, like not even subtle about it. My parents paid for her car, her apartment deposit, her spring break trips. Meanwhile, I was working at Target just to afford gas money. But whatever, I got used to it. So when Kelsey got engaged to this guy named Ryan, she suddenly needed me for everything. She called me crying one night like, I can't do this alone, you have to help me plan. I'm thinking finally, she actually wants me around. She made me her maid of honor and had me doing literally everything. I booked the venue, ordered the flowers, designed the programs on Canva at like 2 a.m. because she kept changing the font. I even had to call her bridesmaids to remind them about dress fittings because Kelsey was too stressed. About a month before the wedding, Kelsey made this group chat with me and 2 of her friends from college, Bree and Amber. It was supposed to be for wedding stuff, but they mostly just gossiped. One day, Kelsey sends a screenshot of my boyfriend Josh's Instagram story. He was at the gym in a tank top. She literally wrote, "Why is Maya's BF low-key fine though, lol." Bree replied with the eyes emoji and Amber said, "Okay, but actually shoot your shot before the wedding, haha." I saw it and felt weird, but I didn't say anything. I figured they were just being dumb. But then Josh started acting strange, like he'd come over and barely hug me. He was always on his phone. And whenever Kelsey's name came up, he got all tense and changed the subject real fast. A week before the wedding, we all flew out to this beach resort in Florida where Kelsey was getting married. My parents rented this huge house for the family and wedding party. The night we got there, I was unpacking in my room and realized I forgot my charger in the kitchen. I went downstairs around midnight and the lights were off except the fridge light. And there they were, Josh and Kelsey, kissing behind the open fridge door like they were in some gross movie. I just stood there. I didn't even scream. Kelsey pulled back and saw me and she didn't even look sorry. She literally rolled her eyes and said, "Relax. He was gonna cheat on you eventually anyway." I just sped it up. Josh tried to say something, but I walked out. I went back to my room, threw all my stuff in my suitcase, and called an Uber to a hotel near the airport. My mom called me like 8 times, but I ignored it. I sat in that hotel room just staring at the wall trying to figure out what to do. I thought about flying home, but then I remembered Ryan. He was a nice guy, kind of quiet, worked in IT, always polite to me at family dinners. He didn't deserve this. So the next morning I texted him and asked if we could meet for coffee. Just the 2 of us. He showed up looking confused and I just showed him the screenshot from the group chat. I also told him what I saw in the kitchen. I said, "You don't have to believe me, but maybe just keep an eye on them." He stared at the screenshot for a long time. Then he looked at me and said, "Thank you." That was it. He didn't ask questions, didn't freak out, just nodded and left. I thought maybe he didn't believe me, or maybe he was gonna confront Kelsey privately and call off the wedding. But nothing happened. The rehearsal dinner happened. Everyone acted normal. Kelsey even came up to me and fake hugged me in front of our parents like nothing was wrong. Josh texted me saying, "We need to talk," but I left him on read. The wedding day came. I showed up in my bridesmaid dress because I didn't want to cause drama for my parents. I stood at the altar with the other bridesmaids while Kelsey walked down the aisle in her huge white dress, smiling like she'd won the lottery. The officiant started talking. Everything felt surreal. Then he got to the vows and said, "Do you, Kelsey, take Ryan to be your lawfully wedded husband?" Before Kelsey could say anything, Ryan held up his hand. He turned to face the guests. There were like 150 people there. He pulled his phone out of his pocket and said, "Before we go any further, I want to share something my fiance wrote about her sister's boyfriend." And then he read the message out loud, word for word. "Why is Maya's BF low-key fine though, lol." The whole room went silent. You could hear someone's baby crying in the back. Ryan put his phone away, looked at Kelsey and said, "I'm done." Then he walked down the aisle and left. Kelsey screamed his name and tried to run after him, but she tripped on her dress. My mom started crying. My dad just sat there with his mouth open. Bree and Amber looked like they wanted to disappear, and I just stood there watching the whole thing fall apart. Kelsey tried to call me later that night, but I blocked her.